What's up, YouTube? This is Mamemeister. Yeah. Welcome, guys, to the Friday Waffle. It's actually early Friday afternoon. I'm putting this out. I'm making it during my lunch hour. I trust you've all had a good week, as usual. I have had a alright week, I suppose. It's been busy at work, as always. One thing before I start. Now, not many of you, in fact there's only probably a couple of you have actually met me in real life. Now, I'm actually quite a happy, sort of smiley, jolly person. I used to always, like people used to remark to me at work when I was younger about I'm always smiling. And I used to say to people, well, life's too short to be unhappy. But one thing that I've noticed, and it probably came to light when Mark Lactobacillus Prime made a video response. He started off with a kind of still of me. Now, I notice in all my videos I've always got a furrowed brow. I'm always looking really miserable and depressed and sad and serious and whatever. But I'm not like that in real life. And now, I don't know, is there a way? I think there is a way to change the default thumbnail for a video, because I think, it's not I think, I know that YouTube, just spat out a bit of fluff there, I don't know where that came from. Yeah, when you put up a video on YouTube, I've got two dogs on me by the way, so in case you're wondering why I keep looking down. Thumbnail. YouTube gives you 3 thumbnails and then you've got to pick the best one. And usually all of mine are bloody awful. I'm usually like that, or I always look like shit in the thumbnails. But I am actually a very, very happy person, which doesn't come across. I'm doing it again. I'm conscious. I'm always furrowing my brow, which makes me look miserable, and I'm not miserable. Well, I can be sometimes, but I'm usually quite a happy type person. So, yeah. I just thought that was quite funny. Every single video, there's very few videos, the thumbnail, I look alright. I usually look completely pissed off and fed up, which I'm not in real life. So anyway, yep, it's Friday. Hang on a second, I'm going to have a wee drink of my coffee. It's funny how you get mugs that you like. Now, I've had this Simpsons mug for about, I don't know, 10 years. It's chipped, it's broken. I mean, look at it, it's got wee chip marks all over it, but you know what, I still love it. I don't know why you become attached to a mug when it becomes, when you want a cup of tea or something. So yeah, right, before I start, channel wise, yeah, I'm enjoying my YouTube stuff again. I think as anyone who makes content will testify, you do kind of get ups and downs. You get kind of... sometimes you go through phases where you can't be arsed putting out videos, and when you are putting them out, you're kind of struggling for content. But I'm really enjoying my playing the old games again. And there's lots of stuff that I want to do. I mean, I've introduced, what did I call it again? Why I love, when I'm going to look at good games that are close to me. Why do I love the game? It might not be very good, but why do I enjoy it so much? Is it nostalgic? Is it the sound effects? Is it the gameplay? Is it a memory of something? Did somebody, give me the game that... Whatever, I don't know. Yes, I've got that, and I've got a few other bits and pieces to talk about. Star Wars Battlefront. Now, anybody that's not been in a desert island for the last 6 months will know that the new film Star Wars: The Force Awakens comes out. I think it comes out in December. Now, I am not. In fact, I'm going to turn this back, and it's got nothing to do with gaming. There is a lot of popular TV programmes, films, that I have never watched. Now, one of my mates was actually, I was talking to him recently, and he was telling me that he has never seen any of the Star Wars films. Yep, he has never seen any of the Star Wars films. Now, he's the same age as me, so he's an old fart, so yeah, he's just never had any inclination to watch them. And it got me thinking about, you know, popular TV series that I have never watched, I've never seen any episodes of, I've got no interest in watching them. Now, just straight off the bat, Star Trek Next Generation, the XFiles, what else? Dearie me, my mind's gone a complete blank. Blade Runner, the film, never seen that. Oh, dearie me, The Simpsons, I've maybe seen 1 or 2 episodes of The Simpsons. Family Guy, never seen. Futurama, never seen. There's so many popular TV series that I have just never watched. I don't term myself a science fiction buff at all. Excuse me. So I'm really not into science fiction. I mean, none of all these other sort of programmes, these science fiction-y type things, I've never seen. Got no interest in seeing. But being a kid of the 70s, Star Wars, absolutely love it. You would have been hard pushed to not fall in love with Star Wars films. I mean, I can still remember going to see Star Wars with my sister when it first came out in the cinema, and it just, like everybody else, it just blew me away. You were getting led on this tale of adventure. You were part of the film. It's an incredible film, and it still stands up very much today. The good thing about Star Wars was all the effects were actually, I mean, I don't think you didn't have CGI as such. It was all cardboard models and bits of plastic and whatever. So you came away thinking that was incredible, but now you go to see a film and it's like CGI fest, and it just completely washes over you. So anyway, yeah, that's I'm kind of waffling a wee bit. Star Wars, I'm really looking forward to the new film, like probably everybody. What are my thoughts on the last 3 Star Wars films? What would you call it? The Clone Wars. Oh Christ, I can't even remember the name of them. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The first, second and third ones. They were alright. They were alright. Probably, as a stand-up film, you would say they're actually very good. But it's like anything. It's like when you compare like a follow-up or a sequel, whether it's a video game, whether it's a film, dare I say, even an album. I mean, think about music, a music album. Think about Appetite for Destruction, Guns N' Roses. It was an absolute classic album. One of my all-time favourite albums, rock albums. Then they brought out, Chris, what was the name of it? I can't even remember the name of it. They brought out their sequel, and it just really didn't do anything at all. You know, and it's like with films, Star Wars, the first Star Wars film was incredible. Second one, Empire Strikes Back, was still a good film. Return of the Jedi was up the ante again. Star Wars is going to be my favourite film, but the last 3 latest films that came out, you're always going to compare it with what came out before. And so it wouldn't matter if it was the best film in the world, you're always going to compare it with what came out before. I think for me, one of the biggest disappointments, one of the biggest things for me that I didn't enjoy the latest 3 films as much was because of the characters. You know, here was a guy out of Trainspotting and a guy who played Rob Roy. There were characters that you knew from other films. As far as I was concerned, that was Ewan McGregor and Liam Neeson, so, and what's his face, Samuel L. Jackson. And it just, that's what I could see was these 3 actors, so you didn't really feel like it was believable. Whereas when Star Wars first came out, what's his face, Mark Hamill was completely unknown. Well, I certainly had never heard of him. Harrison Ford, I think he's had a couple of kind of small parts in films, he's had a couple of minor hits. Carrie Fisher again, wasn't that well known. I think she was in the Blues Brothers, which came out before, I think. Or was that after? I can't remember. But yeah, George Lucas kind of picked unknown actors, so you just firmly believed that Mark Hamill was Luke Skywalker. He wasn't anybody else. He was he was Luke Skywalker, and it was the same with Han Solo or these guys. So yeah, when you bring out a new film, it's never ever ever going to measure up to the original, because you've got the nostalgic thing, you've got the whole memories and everything that goes on with that. But anyway, Star Wars, I wasn't here, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing the new Star Wars film. Eagerly anticipating it. Hopefully it won't let us down. You've probably seen Star Wars Battlefront as a new game released by EA. I think it comes out in the middle of next month. Now, they released a beta version yesterday. Now, I tried to download it for the PC and I couldn't. It basically said that the server was full, whatever. Obviously everybody was going on and absolutely hammering it. But I managed to download it this morning and I had a quick go in it. And wow, I mean, my PC is not a state-of-the-art PC, but I've got to say I've got everything turned up to maximum and it plays beautifully. I mean, I like older games, but when you get a modern game done as well as something like Star Wars, it's incredible. So I think that will be a day one purchase for me. The landscape, the graphics, the sound, and the fact that you're actually taking part in Star Wars. I mean, I was playing it very briefly this morning, and I was playing playing in Darth Vader's side, and I'm running through the snow, and who do I see in front of me but bloody Darth Vader with his lightsaber, and got a wee bit of chill up the back of my neck, and then I was eventually killed by Luke Skywalker with his lightsaber. But it looks incredible, it really really does. So yeah, I think I shall definitely be buying that. Yeah, go and check it out. The beta is completely free to download. It's out for the PS4, Xbox and PC. Yeah. Right, talking about Xbox, I mentioned a few weeks ago that my good mate Tony had put a large hard drive in my Xbox, which sadly fell over about a week later. I took a risk. I bought a disk drive on Gumtree for 20 quid. Well, it was actually £10 and it cost 8 quid to post. So it cost me £18 all in. And sadly, when Tony did a check in the drive, there were a few errors which he tried to format and he thought he'd fixed them. But like anything, if a hard drive is on its way out, then the best thing to do is to throw it in the bucket. But no, I went ahead and I stuck quite a few games. I think I'd put about 60 games in it, plus all my emulators, and then lo and behold, it came up an error and I lost everything, which I was a bit gutted about. But anyway, I bought a new drive, I say a new one, a refurbished drive. It's like 100% error checked. Gave it to Tony last week and I picked it up, was it Monday, Tuesday this week? I can't remember what day it was. Sunday? I have no idea. Anyway, I picked it up and I'm basically in the process of loading it up with games again. And I've got to say, I'm going to do a not a pickup video, but I'm going to do a Mamemeister look at. I've had my Xbox for, I don't know, 12 years since it basically came out, and it's kind of laying largely unused for probably about 4 or 5 years, maybe even more than that. But because I've been using it these last couple of days, I mean, last night I was playing some MAME and some Amiga stuff on it. You know, pound for pound, it is probably the best value, most capable console there is for playing old systems. It really is. I mean, I think the Xbox, it's not a powerful machine. I think it's something like a 700 megahertz Pentium, whatever it is. I don't know what chip it is, but it's not particularly fast. I mean, it's like, you know, when you think about how quickly PC hardware becomes obsolete, the Xbox is probably about 13 years old. It's ancient, absolutely ancient, but it's still one of the best machines to play old games on. And the fact is you can get them dirt cheap I would definitely suggest, if you don't have an Xbox, go and get yourself one. Go to your local car boot sale, go on Gumtree, go to eBay, whatever. You probably pay more for the postage than you would for the actual thing itself, but it's a fantastic machine, it really is. So yeah, I'm just going to start this just now. Yep, I must have about 300 games to put on it. I've got a 750 gig hard disk in it, which hopefully will take most of the games, so that should be fun. So yeah, that's Xbox. Tomorrow, the reason I'm making this so early is because I shall be going to bed early tonight. Now, I know you're not particularly interested in my bedtime habits, thankfully, but the reason I'm going to bed early tonight is because I am getting up very early tomorrow. I am planning to leave the house at about 5:30 in the morning. The reason being, I am heading down to that there Manchester Play Manchester, I think they call it, which is a huge kind of gaming thing. Now, I've been to a few. I was at Manchester last year, I was at Blackpool this year, and last year I think it was. I wasn't going to go to Manchester until Mark Lactobacillus Prime happened to mention that he was going, and I thought, let's have a look. And I thought to myself, bollocks, check the wife isn't working, which she's not. Well, she is actually, but my daughter's getting babysat for. So yeah, I'm leaving early tomorrow, going to drive down. I want to get there for 10 o'clock when it opens. Stay to the very end, and then I'm driving back home tomorrow night. So it's going to be a long day, it's going to be a lot of driving. I'm probably going to be driving more than I'll actually be there, but now I'm looking forward to getting down. For obvious reasons, you've got all the games, you've got the arcades and that kind of stuff. I don't know, talk-wise, if there's anybody going to be there that I want to see. But for me, the biggest thing about going to these things, especially since I've started doing this YouTube thing, is getting to meet people that I watch on YouTube. Now, I know Mark Lactobacillus Prime is going to be there. I've already kind of arranged, I'm going to tie up with him. Adam Amiga Old School, he's going to be going down as well. Chris Shank's going. Now, I'm not sure if anyone else is going. I don't know if Monkey Splash is going. I've not really been that up to date with my sort of watching YouTube videos, but what I'm hoping to do is get a hold of the guys tomorrow at some point, and I don't know, maybe finding a wee quiet place just for 15 minutes and making a wee kind of live video with all of us in it, you know, just talking shite as we do. Mamemeister talks pish. Mamemeister and Chums talk pish live from Play Manchester. So that should be good fun if I can get a hold of them. I do hope to kind of record some footage when I'm down there and make a kind of a Play Manchester video when I get back. So yeah, looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to meeting all my pals, and you know, if you do happen to watch, well, I was going to say if you do happen to watch this video, then you're obviously watching it. If anybody else is going down there and you happen to see me, then please come up and say hello. Like I said, I'm a very friendly person. I don't look as miserable as I do in my video thumbnails, honest. Yeah, only one topic I'm going to talk about, one question that I'm going to answer as well, but one topic I'm going to talk about, what did I actually call it here? Is there a limit to the size of a sort of a retro gaming YouTube channel? The reason I ask is, I mean, I'm subscribed to quite a few different people. There's obviously the big channels. I mean, is it Metal Jesus, whatever his name is? He's got, I don't know what he's got. He's got maybe 500,000 people. Or is it as much as that? It might not be as much as that. Actually, I think it's maybe nearer. Got 150,000 people. You've got the big hitters, Steve Benway. I mean, Steve's been doing this for a long, long time. He's up to about 12,500 people. The Gebs, she's done really well. I mean, I can't believe in the space of a year she has gone from, I think, 1,500 subscribers up to, is it 5,000? I think it is 4,000. 5,000. and that's in less than a year. That's incredible. And then you've got guys like London Boys Post 1975. I think Dave, he's got about, I don't know, he's about, is it 4,000, something like that, whatever it is. But yeah, the point I'm making, in the scale of other YouTube channels, they're not that big. I mean, you type in Minecraft or Call of Duty, and there's guys, people who've got millions and millions of subscribers. I mean, I mentioned that we're at Insomnia thing, and my daughter wanted to get the autograph of 3 of her favourite YouTubers. And these are guys, the kids, well, I'm saying kids are probably mid-20s, and they've got like 1.5 million people watching them. You know, which is incredible. These are like UK-based YouTubers. So, compared to like things like Minecraft YouTube channels, the retro scene is very, 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 very small. I mean, I don't know how you would gauge success. You know, if you gauge success as being the number of subscribers, then, you know, within the retro channel, the retro community, you know, there's quite a few guys. I mean, Monkey Spaz has got over 1,000. Mark, Lactobacillus Prime, he's got 1,500 people. That's very small when you compare it to other sort of like interests or topics in YouTube. And it's, I mean, do you think that this whole thing, this whole hobby of ours, it is obviously, compared to other interests, it's a very, very, very small niche sort of market. I mean, my daughter, she always makes a fool of me. She'll say, you know, oh, you've only got 400 subscribers, you know, whatever it is, LPS Shadow Lady, whatever her name is, that's one of her things. She picks up 1,000 subscribers a day, you know. And yeah, when you compare something like that with what I do, it does look shite. But I think we're kind of fighting. Well, there's a disc that's ejected. We're kind of fighting for as many people in a very, very small circle of interest, if that makes any sense. I mean, if anybody who wants to have a successful YouTube channel, success being number of subscribers, then you would not pick playing classic video games. You just simply wouldn't do that. I mean, I don't know, are there any video game channels, YouTube channels out there that people have like millions of viewers where it's purely classic gaming? I don't think there is. I mean, there are the other big hitters. I can't remember offhand the names of them because I'm crap with names. But there are a lot of the American retro channels. Yeah, I'm going to use that phrase because it's easier. There is some American retro channels who are they probably have more subscribers than any of us. But in comparison to like Call of Duty or Minecraft or anything else, it's always going to be very small. You know, if you want to get millions of subscribers, then you make videos all about Minecraft or, you know, I don't know, Star Wars or anything like that. But yeah, it's an interesting thing, you know. I think you can't, if you're trying to kind of gauge how well you're doing, you've got to kind of look upon. I mean, I always take Steve Benway as my yardstick. I mean, it was Steve that kind of inspired me to start up my own channel. I didn't really know anything about YouTube other than it was a place to go and watch a music video. I didn't know anything about channels or anything like that at all. And it was Steve, watching Steve's channel got me thinking, I'm going to have a crack at that myself. So I always look upon someone like Steve as being, he is what you could become if you work hard enough and put enough effort in. But obviously it takes time as well to get to that level. But yeah, I'm interested to know, are there any channels that have like millions of subscribers? I certainly don't know of any. I mean, you get guys like Stuart Ashens, but he does include gaming videos, but he also includes a lot of other stuff. Okay, listen, I'm going to wrap this up. I've just got one question again from Kev. Cheers, Kev. That's down the rabbit hole. Kev's always got a question for me, which is I really appreciate that. For the Friday Waffle, hi Alan, here's a quick question. You mentioned how disappointed you were to lose a handful of subscribers recently, and I was wondering which is worse, losing subscribers or having somebody dislike a video. I recall months ago you had someone notoriously disliking videos very rapidly after you published them. Is that still happening? Right, I'm going to clear something up here. I did kind of go on a bit of a rant last week I think it was, about how disappointed I was losing subscribers. Now, I am not bothered about how many subscribers I have. It's not the figure that bothers me. What does I find disheartening probably is the way I see it is it's not got nothing to do with numbers, whether it's 10, whether it's 100, whether it's 200 million, whatever. To me, when your subscriber level goes up, like if you imagine you've got an interest bar, how much interest people show in your channel, if your subscribers are going up, then the interest level rises, and if you keep getting more subscribers, then the interest level keeps rising, which is good, because the more videos you put out, you can see interest is growing in your videos, which prompts you to do more and work harder. And at the end of the day, that's kind of my reward for kind of what I do, putting out videos. So you can imagine this interest thing going up, and you're working hard, you're putting out new features, then suddenly it goes ooh, and it starts to come down. That is very disheartening. And again, it's got nothing to do with the actual numbers that we're talking about. It's the fact that you're making something that people find interesting, and you've got this gauge which shows you how interesting people find it, then suddenly interest starts to go down. So you've got to think to yourself, whoa, wait a minute, I'm putting out what I think are videos that people would enjoy because I enjoy them, yet it's having an adverse effect. It's actually having the opposite effect from what I want. I want people to enjoy what I put out. And so when I see people unsubscribing, to me that's interest is starting to fall. I don't know if I'm making any sense of that. It's got nothing to do with numbers itself. It's more like an indication of, even I would say it's like an indication of enjoyment. People are enjoying it, and they're enjoying it. Then it starts to come down, so people aren't enjoying it. That's when I get a wee bit disillusioned, thinking, well, I'm trying my best to kind of keep people entertained, but interest is falling. But then, you know what, Swifto, I mean, he really hit the nail on the head about you shouldn't pay attention to that. And I'm the first person to tell people, don't pay attention to subscriber levels. And yet, here I am, the big tosser that I am, I'm getting all, throwing my toys out the pram because a few people unsubscribed. As you say, quite a few people have said that in the past. I think YouTube, they kind of have a cull on inactive accounts. You probably find that when you lose a number in a short space of time, it's probably people, their accounts being closed down. That's what I would like to think anyway, but you know what, at the end of the day, I still do unsubscribe. I mean, I've had channels that I've subscribed to, and then every now and again I'll go to it and I realise this person's not put any content or whatever, and I'll unsubscribe. People have got that. They've got that choice, so yeah. I didn't mean to come across as being huffy puffy about losing subs. It's really not that. It's more just it's giving me a big toe in the water type thing to gauge how much people are enjoying what I'm putting out. And when numbers start to fall, then I have to think to myself, well, people aren't enjoying what I'm putting out, which isn't technically true, because I've still got a good number of people that remain loyal and continue to watch, and that's what's most important. So yeah, but anyway, does it bother me disliking? Not really. I think it's quite amusing actually. I mean, I put out a Why I Love Bruce Lee video this week, and I think I had, was it 4 views within a few, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes, and one of them gave it a thumbs down. And I've never made any secret about my dislike of the dislike button. I don't see what it brings to the table. It doesn't mean anything. If you're going to click on a video called Bruce Lee on the Atari, then don't expect to see me playing Minecraft, or don't expect to see me showing footage of AC/DC in concert. Nope, you're going to see footage of me talking about Bruce Lee on the Atari. So why somebody would dislike it is beyond me. You know, yeah, people are quite entitled to say, well, that was a shit video that he made about Bruce Lee on Atari. But I just think it's a bizarre concept to have a thumbs down. If you give a thumbs down and you put in the comments why you disliked it, that's fine. But to dislike something just for the hell of it, I don't understand. I did mention, I think in the comments to somebody else, there's various sort of traffic information that you can get about videos, and I noticed that my downliker seems to stem from Singapore. So yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Obviously somebody, I must have upset somebody in a previous life, but as other people have said before, you do, even thumbs down actually brings traffic your way as well, so it's all good. But anyway, listen guys, that is it. I need to get back to lunch. I think I'm probably running a bit over an hour, so I'm taking the piss slightly. Yeah, that is it. I do hope you enjoyed watching the video. Have a great weekend. If you are going to Manchester tomorrow at the Play event and you do see me, please come up and say hello. Yeah, I'm looking forward to going. I'm looking forward to catching up with some of the guys I mentioned, and you know, all the other YouTubers. I'll be looking out for you. I think it's going to be more a catching up with people event for me rather than actually playing video games. But yep, as usual guys, please feel free to like, comment and subscribe. Thanks to the continual support I get from you lot. You absolutely rock big style, and I really do appreciate it. And very lastly, thanks very much for watching.
Thanks for watching my Mamemeister channel. Please feel free to like, comment or subscribe. You can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter.